All right, this is a brief explanation of the story retelling chart for Stuart Little. You are going to find one chapter and create a story retelling chart to assess comprehension. Now make sure you've done the assigned reading that describes the story retelling chart, and I do have a video that looks specifically at retelling charts for both narrative and expository text. This is for narrative text. So your name there in the grade, I believe it's a fourth grade level here, reading level, and I think we have that determined. I think this is about a second grade level. The story title, and give us the chapter. All right, so you're creating a story retelling chart just to assess comprehension for that chapter. And then this child is going to read that silently, so you can put an X there. Now, you don't have to do this. This will just demonstrate your ability to create a story retelling chart. This should be a professional quality such that you could include this in a child's portfolio or as part of an IEP. So I would figure out how to do this sort of table sort of thing. This is not a fill in the blank. It's can you construct a table or something that looks like this? And I'll be happy to show you how to do tables in Word documents. If you're having trouble or need some help there, just send me an email. Andy, show them how to do tables in Word. I'll be doing that. But pick a chapter. We're going to assess a child's ability to comprehend that. So read the chapter and list the characters. Now, if there are two characters in that chapter, of course, you list just the two characters, 3, 4, etc. There should not extra rows here, so you would delete all the rows that you don't need. You're only listing the characters that are found in that chapter. Same with the settings. List or identify the chapters or the setting in that chapter. And then the events. You're going to have to decide what you think are the significant or main events in that chapter. All right, so a little bit different for each person. There's a little subjectivity here, but there is subjectivity in any type of comprehension measure. Don't let people tell you otherwise simply because they have all this fancy data. There is subjectivity in all measures simply based on the types of questions that you ask. So some of you maybe have 3 or 4 answers, some of you may have 5 or 6, you decide. All right, so you are going to create that. And based on that, based on the number of elements here, you'll have total points. All right, total points, that will go right there, total points. So you can find the percentage easily. All right, so total points, so the number of points the child earns divided by total points will give you the percentage. And of course, you will not include these things because that will not go on your story retelling chart. And take a look at that one. All right, so when it comes time to use this to assess comprehension, you ask the child either to tell me about the story or tell the story as if you're telling it to someone who has never heard the story before. That's one way to do a story retelling chart. And if they're able to tell you the things that are prompted, an X there. If they need a little prompting, an X there. And 1 point here, 2 points there. So if there are 10 total events here, 10 total items there, of course, that'd be 20 points there. And I'm probably making it more complicated by over-explaining it than you realize. So what you are doing is you are creating a retelling chart that you can include to demonstrate to me and to the state of Minnesota that you know how to create a retelling chart that you could use as part of an IEP.